You know, the vampiric consciousness that is here has created religions or sport or philosophies or any of those. They don't care particularly which one you follow or which one you attach to. It's none of their business which one you do, but as long as you attach to one of them, because each one is connected to it's like a multi-headed, or maybe an octopus. So if there's a central point like that, so each of the strands come out, but they all lead to the same center point, which is a black hole essentially. It's a black hole that is pulling energy from people in any way, and they particularly like, you know, any of the religions, because that's, you know, that's precious energy that's given away like that. Even a lot of the big music gatherings that go on are set up ritualistically. So they don't care whether you're cheering or whether you're booing. It doesn't really matter as long as you're doing it strongly. So you, like, even Glastonbury is now set up in a specific way where the stage, it's all ritualistically done to pull energy from the people. And then they gather that energy, harvest it, and use it then to manifest the false reality that we're living in, because they can't create reality. They don't know. They don't have the creative spark themselves, but they do know how to manipulate the ones that do have it, and that's essentially what the deal is. They're manipulating this because it's the subconscious that creates the physical reality, and they've hijacked the subconscious of the real creators, and then now we're stuck in this false reality mess. There's a lot of complexities that go on exactly how that works, in my opinion. It is parasitic, the consciousness that's here. Sometimes I see it as imagery of like maggots, like a maggoty sort of energy that's sort of like, it just eats through, its mind is about, its thought pattern is conquer and destroy. And that's what it does, and that's what it's done to other planets too. And that's what it's trying on this. So this particular planet, they want us all as well to think that this is an insignificant place in the middle of a universe, in the middle of a super universe, a tiny little dot that's, you know, when it isn't. This particular planet, Earth, is an anagram for heart. So this planet here is the one that they want to take control of. So they want to take control of the heart. The human heart is connected to the earth, and that's the one that they can't. It's very easy to control the base chakra, I mean, because that's mainly what's driven through television and media all the time. That's all. Base is always, or like, you know, primal energy, bestial energy is sort of always invoked, and they can sort of feed from that. But it's the heart energy that they really want, and they really want to take over. And there are not many movies that are heart-based. No, there's not. No, there's not. Real ones. Real ones. And if there is, there's a sad. They'll hit you with a sad point in it, so you'll feel it, and you'll feel pain there. Another thing with cinemas or movie theatres are all sacred geometrically set up to harvest energy from the people. So when you have a horror movie or some of the extreme nasty movies that have been coming out over the last like 15-20 years, the people in there, when people shock like that, the movie theaters are set up perfectly sacred geometrically to then harvest the energy straight from the people in there, in the same principle as any mass gathering. Yes, we're given those two, and that's it. We're not taught or told anything about how electromagnetic energy works, and really, you know, this vampiric consciousness is using black magic to do what they do, and really magic is just the manipulation of electromagnetic energy with will and intent. Nothing else more than that. It's not anything else. It's through ritual, When you do a ritual, you then tag and you connect into the morphogenetic field of every other time anybody else has done that ritual before. So then that ritual is extremely powerful and extremely important to them. They're obsessive with that. They're based solely on like the reptilian brain. We all have the reptilian brain, but they primarily work through that, and that is obsession and compulsion, and seek and destroy, and conquer, and like all the primal work. But it's also
it's
pure
very
intellect.
competitive as well.
Totally and utterly, and it's competitive with the way that if you lose, then you die basically. Like the weak, they have no time for the weak. The weak will be taken out. They don't like that consciousness doesn't. If they have a child that is disabled or weak, they push it to the side and get rid of it, or they'll kill it. They're not interested. They're only interested in the strong. Strong survive. Which is like the opposite to what humanity is. Humanity, the human heart has compassion and cares about what the weaker or the disabled or that, and wants to make sure that they're protected and safe. So what they've managed to do, very calculatedly the word, is put two completely opposing consciousnesses into one body. So the human, the mammalian, which cares for its young and feeds its young, and then the reptilian, which discards and does it and pushes it away, and put it into one body. And so human beings, in and of themselves, are at odds with each other, at odds with themselves as soon as they're born.
It's an inner battle.
Yes, all the time with all of us. Yeah.